can you hear me? Can you see me properly? Because I need to know whether there are some problems or everything is all right. So you could write me it down in a chat box whether everything is all right. I think that we can start with today's webinar. Yeah. So if anyone could write me this information, in the chat box whether everything is all right. Okay, so if everything is okay, I think that we can start today's webinar. Of course, I will start from introducing myself, because how can I start without it? So my name is Tom, and today I'm the host of this webinar. And something about me. I've been English teacher for several years. And I'm really passionate about it, and I don't know whether you need something more, but I also, let's say, I'm not only host here, I also work in like traditional language school, and additionally I also conduct remote classes for my students, so I quite like this digital approach to in teaching. So this is mostly about me, but what we are gonna discuss today. Something quite complicated. I mean, maybe for some of you, maybe for some of you is like obvious. We'll see. But today we'll discuss the differences between present simple and present continuous. And as you can see here on the first slide, it's like introduction, the present simple and present continuous. I mean, if we talk about these two tenses, I mean, this webinar will cover it, maybe not fully. We'll talk about some scenarios, not everything, but I will try to cover as much as possible about the differences between these two tenses. So firstly, I will talk about, let's say, the structure. What's the difference in the structure of these two tenses? Because at the beginning, it's a little bit crazy. How can I know? Later on, I will move on to some examples of these sentences, of these tenses, so some example sentences and so on. And later, you will have some kind of exercises to do, I just want to see whether you will manage, to solve them, whether you understood it fully. And of course, at the end, there will be some kind of quiz question for you guys. So we'll see. This webinar will take around 25 minutes from now. What is important, if any problems occur during this webinar, please tell me. So write in a chat box whether there is any error or something like that. Of course, I will try to respond anytime something happens. And what is also important is, like, at the end of webinar, you've got 2 poll questions. So it's like a feedback for me. It's like asking you whether you enjoyed this webinar, or maybe I should change something in the approach to it. So I would really appreciate your response at the end of webinar on that 2 things. Okay, so I think that we can slowly move on. So present simple and present continuous. We'll, of course, start from something very basic. So the structure, We've got the structure of present continuous. As every continuous tense, there is some kind of ing, This is like this part of word that is in pink, So ing is like very common for present continuous, And also we use to be form, So we use to be form plus verb and plus ing, And this is the way we create this tense, and that's it, So here you've got some examples. I'm learning English. Are you learning English? Seriously? No, I am not, I'm not. It was just a joke, So it's like kind of common situation, So as you can see, it's kinda easy. Still, we've got verb with ing, at the end, and we use to be. And in negative form, there is only not, So this is the only, let's say, difference in this tense, What about present simple? I mean, with present simple, it's like more complicated. Very often people forget about do, does, and these kind of things. So here, as you can see, we use person, yeah, we use person, yeah, so subject. Then we use verb, yeah, and the rest, yeah, the rest, what is at the end, doesn't matter, yeah. So subject and then verb, yeah. If we make questions, yeah, we use do or does, depending on the subject. But I will clarify it later. And when we want to, let's say, use negative form, we use does not. So don't or doesn't after the subject. Yeah, so this is the difference. So here you've got I learn English. Yeah, I learn English. So it's something regular. Do you learn it every day? Remember, guys, regularity is important. No, I don't. Yeah, it's like a short version of it. Or no, I don't learn it so often. Yeah. So the only difference in question is like we change the place of subject. So there is like do or does depending on the subject. And in negative form, we've got not. Yeah. So this is the only difference. Okay. What about this does? Yeah. This does form appears when we talk about the third person. So she, he, it. Third person in general is weird in English. There is always some kind of S. Remember? Has, is, and does. Yeah? There is always some kind of S when we talk about the third person. So it's the same here. She thinks. As previously, there was only think. I think. But she thinks. Yeah? There must be S because it's the third person. So, she thinks he's attractive. Really? Does he think the same? Unfortunately, he doesn't, yeah? Yeah, it's like life, it happens, yeah? So here you can see that the structure is similar, it's more or less the same, so just inversion when we talk about the question, and in negative form we add not. What is different is as or as, yeah? In this case we've got does, before we've got do, but the third person is always with S, so does or doesn't, yeah? It's really important thing, and please don't forget about S in the third person, yeah? Because it's like a crucial thing when you talk about these tenses, yeah? Okay, so let's move to something more practical, yeah? So when we talk about it, you can see two situations here. The first is like a woman just in her office. She's just making this kind of pose, like thinking about something, yeah. Like maybe she's tired of her work. Who knows? Yeah, what is the reason? So she works in an office. Yeah, she works in an office. It's like permanent situation. This is her work. She works there every day, every single day. Yeah, it's like permanent situation. But on the right, you can see like a construction worker. Yeah, he's working on something. He's working on something. He's drilling. Yeah, he's drilling at the moment. Yeah, so it's like temporary thing because he won't drill there forever. It's like temporary thing. Yeah, so he's working. Construction worker. Yeah, is working here. Yeah, in this example. So we've got women who works regularly, and a man who is a construction worker who is doing something temporarily, like drilling, yeah? Drilling in a specific place. Okay, an example, yeah, from the previous slide. She works at a hotel, regular, permanent situation, and he's working hard these days. It's like right now, he's working the last few days very hardly, but it's like temporary thing. It won't last forever. Temporary thing. Okay, and right now, I've got a question to you. What should be there? I'm waiting for your answers, yeah? If you could write me the answer for the first and the second one, yeah? What should be in the first? We should use verb deal with. Should we be present simple or present continuous? I give you like 2 minutes for it, yeah? What should be in the first one? Present simple or present continuous? It's a permanent or temporary situation? Yeah, I'm waiting for your answers. I'm really curious. By the way, hello Sławek and Ivana. Yeah, it's nice to see you here. So, any ideas for the first question? It would be perfect if you wrote, let's say, the full answer for the first, yeah, and the second one. So, Grzegorz, your answer for the first is dealing with, yeah? Okay. But you think that it will be like for both situations or maybe only for one? Because in this context, we've got two different situations. First should be in present simple and the second in present continuous, yeah? I mean, not you need to find out which is what, yeah? So, for the first one is dealing. Not really, unfortunately. Yeah, not really, unfortunately, because Peter deals with inquiries about our book sales. Yeah, deals with inquiries about our book sales. It's his work. He does it regularly, every day. So he deals with it. Yeah, every single day, every single morning. But I am dealing with inquiries about our last published book, Why Peter is Away on Training Courses. It's like temporary thing. The second one is temporary. We are just, replacing him for a while. Yeah, it's just temporary thing. We don't do it like regularly. It's just the different situation. And here you can see the answers. So as you can see, Peter deals with inquiries. It's his work. He does it regularly. And the second one, I am dealing with inquiries, yeah, because he's away. He took some holidays. He needs it, yeah, as every person. So this is the first scenario. And I'm waiting for better answers here. What should be in the first one? Present simple or present continuous? The first situation is like with some friends until I find a place. And the second is like my parents in London. Yeah. So what would be the difference? Which is what? Which is present simple and which is present continuous? And here the verb that we should use is live. Any ideas? I'm waiting for them. Okay, I see one answer. I'm waiting for a second because I'm curious how you think, guys. Okay, so partly all right, but not totally. Yeah, exactly, Sławek. The first version is the best. So Sławek, your answer is almost fully correct. Almost, but not totally, because in the first, I'm living with some friends until I find a place of my own. So it's like temporary thing, temporary. Yeah, I am living with some friends until I find a place. You don't know, it's like temporary looking for a place, or maybe in a few days you already will find an apartment, I don't know, in some beautiful district, yeah? And the second one is like my parents, but live, not lives. Live in London. because parent is plural form. It's not the first person. It's the same as they, so plural form. My parents live in London. It's like permanent situation. And probably they will live there until the end. We never know, yeah, but maybe they will change. Who knows, yeah? So here you got the answer. So I'm living with some friends until I find a place of my own, temporary situation. And the second, my parents live in London, yeah? Not lives, live, because it's plural form. They have, okay, I don't know why there is have, but they've lived there all their lives. But they've lived there. There should be D after life, yeah? They've lived there all their lives. Okay, and the second scenario, yeah? The second scenario, the second usage is like we use present continuous and present simple, yeah? Present continuous when we talk about the things are happening right now or around this time. And the second, present simple, for repeated actions, and when we talk about things in general, yeah? So the first situation, for example, for example, I eat a lot of sweets. Yeah, I eat a lot of sweets. You eat a lot of sweets in general, yeah? I eat a lot of sweets. But I am eating a donut. It's like you are doing it right now. It doesn't mean that you like sweets. Okay, maybe, but we don't really know. So we've got right now for present continuous and repeated actions for present simple. And here is an example. I'm getting hungry. Oh, really, I'm getting hungry. I'm thinking about my supper right now. Let's go and eat, yeah? But I always get hungry in the afternoon. Yeah, it's like regular thing. It happens to you. Like you feel your stomach. Yeah, like it's this sound. Yeah, coming from your stomach. I always get hungry in the afternoon. It's like regular thing. It's happening. It's like repeated action. Always in the afternoon. Yeah, you always get hungry. Yeah, and right now I would like you to write whether we should use present simple or present continuous. Here the verb is boil. Here the verb is boil. How it should look like? Any ideas? So the water, can you turn it off? So can you turn it off? So it's like happening. Okay, in the first one, the water is boiling. Can you turn it off? Exactly, because otherwise our kettle will burn or something like that. We never know, yeah? So it's like the first situation. And the second, as it was already mentioned by Grzegorz, yeah, water boils and at 100 degrees, yeah, boils, exactly, Sławek. So in this case, we see the first is like happening right now or around now action. And the second is something regular, every day, or maybe regular, natural thing, yeah, that happens, for example. Because it's obvious that water boils at 100 degrees. It's obvious that grass grow. It's obvious, yeah, isn't it? It's obvious that, let's say, sun rises. It's obvious. It's always with the present simple when we talk about obvious things, yeah? And here you've got the answers, of course. So the water is boiling. Can you turn it off? And the second, water boils, because it's like natural phenomenon, something regular, something repeated, yeah? This is like the second scenario. And what about this one? Yeah, maybe this one will be more tricky for you. I'm waiting for your answers. I'm waiting for more volunteers because only two people are answering. I'm waiting for more. Don't be afraid to answer because there is nothing like a wrong answer. Okay, we've got one answer right now from Grzegorz. Someone else, something, I'm waiting for more. Okay, we've got the second answer from Grzegorz as well. Okay, looks like maybe, but not in this case. Without now, it will be bad. It will be all right. Yeah, it looks like rain, but not in this situation with now, because it wouldn't be so natural. Okay, so here the answer is as Grzegorz said. Yeah, let's go out. It's happening right now. It's raining now. It's raining. It's happening right now. Yeah, or around this time. And the second, it rains very much in summer. Yeah, it's a regular thing repeated in a time action. Yeah, so here you can see the answers. Yeah. But I need to, let's say, explain something more, because as you can see on the slide, I'm knowing you, I'm wanting you, and of course I'm remembering you. It sounds really weird, because there are verbs that are not used with present continuous. Exactly, the list of these verbs is very long. So for example, we cannot use know with present continuous, want with present continuous, and of course, remember, we do not use this kind of verbs with present continuous. Yeah, we cannot. So here you got examples. Yeah, I'm hungry. I want something to eat. I want it. No, I'm wanting. I want it. It's like regular thing. Do you understand what I mean? Do you understand? It's the same with understand. It's very often used with present simple. And the last one, Anna doesn't seem very happy. Seem. Yeah, so this kind of verbs, and that what is at the end. So like, need, prefer, mean, believe. It's almost always used with present simple. Remember about it. Yeah, not to confuse these two. And as we are, let's say, almost time to wrap our webinar, do you have any questions? Because it's like time for a Q&A, let's say, section. So if you've got any questions, you can ask me right now. What I also recommend is like to check some different resources, because I haven't covered every, let's say, difference between these two tenses. You can use Grammar Way 3 and English Grammar in Use for more details and for more comparison these two tenses. I really recommend to do it, yeah, because it's really important to use different sources of knowledge and repeat, yeah, revise. These books cover everything, and I really recommend to check them out, yeah. And what else I recommend is like write down during the webinars anything, some example sentences or the things that were difficult to you. Yeah, do you have any questions, like anything more? Any questions about the differences between them, between these two tenses? Or rather, everything was clear? Okay, so I think that we can, let's say, finish this webinar. So so that's all for today. So let me quickly summarize what we did. We compared present simple and present continuous in two scenarios. So when we talk about temporary and permanent actions, and when we talk about actions happening right now and repeated actions, yeah, these two only. For more, you can check Grammar Way 3. There are a lot of things that you can learn about these differences, yeah, and so on. And of course, we are almost done. What I need you is to answer 2 poll questions. You know, just for me, I need to know whether it was nice or not, or I need to improve. So I will I will run right now the 2 poll questions. So the first one is here. Okay, and the second question. Okay, so thank you so much for today. Please remember to follow us on social media. And I've got also a webinar on Friday. I know that it's Friday, but I think that you will enjoy it because I will be talking about problems at work and some vocabulary related to that. And I also invite you to some other webinars that I will conduct, yeah? Because I hope that you enjoyed it, yeah? So have a nice evening and see you soon, yeah? I hope we'll see again, yeah? So have a nice evening. Bye-bye.